Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back to Ace Tony. Um, I'm hoping it's working. I was having a bit of issues. Uh, yeah. I've tweaked some of the sound settings. So I'm hoping it's all gonna work and do what it's meant to do. So let me know if there is any issues. Yeah. Seems to be working. I've done a one. Yeah, so I've done some fun music things in between there. I'm hoping it's all working. Let me know if it sounds a bit weird, but it should work. He says. Let me just check this. Hey, hey, hey. I think we're working there. There we go.
This is a test donation for $33.00.
Okay, well, hopefully that's working. I just had to test a few bits. I think it's all there. She can hear me. Yeah, we can go. I've played around with the audio a bit, you see, so
I'm hoping it's all gonna work.
to change quite a bit of settings to make it work, but I think we're all good. Let's carry on with some Ace Attorney. Ooh. So. And I'm back. Yeah, so just let me know how the sound is and stuff, but I think it's all as it should be. He says, unconvinced. Yeah. I've just moved some stuff about, but it's meant to. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Bankai daughter is only 18, just like me? Yeah, why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time and she's so grown up. And I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. Just trying to get ahead of it. Cool. Let's crack on. Yeah, I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me. I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm a suspect of a murder trial. I think you're really strong too, Mayor, for all you've gone through. Good morning. It's two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Mayor. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. Right. She's gonna go against you. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls. Yeah, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favour? Could you channel Mia today too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience and watch. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. Yay, the emote thing works. Hi, Catherine. Can you hear everything okay? I'm just very worried that it's not all working. Should. Can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do it for this, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it for Mystic Mayor's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you to your alone time. Yeah, I've added a little emote thing, so about that. You should be able to combo them up as well. It's not duplicating. And to duplicate. Okay. Now duplicate should work. There we go. Ah, thank goodness. Nick, this way Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? June 22nd. Court time. Court is now in session for the trial of Mayor Fay. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. Imagine the image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. The world? Sounds like you made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool, wearing the foolishly fool clothes. Famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you in such good spirits today, Miss Fay. It's true what they say, women are scary when they fight. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the chanting chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the chanting chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I'd like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution is determined from time to time, from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest. The defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. Okay. What? But Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain the picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said it wasn't the defendant. What's the meaning of this? I am saying that Mayor Fay, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant Aunt Morgan Fay to the stand. Here we go. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan. Or Mia. She seems really torn by this. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fay and I'm a spirit medium in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking? Oh, no more whips. I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, After the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world, that is. Yeah, that is. You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing the technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world? Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. See, it's all a plot. And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber.
Order! Order! Order!
Miss Fey, please testify to the court what happened during that time. Your Honour, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then quite suddenly she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. How convenient. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arrive. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix, right? Why is she making a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Why would he know what happened? The crazy one went in the box. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door and entered the chamber. Yep, we know that. I went there. I requested that Phoenix Wright and the other lady contact the police. Correct. Pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Correct. Then suddenly she escaped. Did she though? Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit such a thing, however, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There is no way she could have escaped you so... Have you forgotten, Miss Phoenix Wright, about this picture? Remember at the time the defendant was not physically Maya Fey? Growing old is such a mysterious thing, trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still in that of the nurse she had called. But she'd run away, wouldn't you have given a chase right away? Well, yes, I would have, however... Oh god, I've still got the same HP. HP carries across now. This is dangerous. Now I know that, I'm going to make sure it is saved for the millionth time. Great H, base of my neck. You fainted? I became dizzy, then collapsed on the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps. And the defendant was almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy witness, elaborate on that point. I have no knowledge. Is that because you're unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Now what? So while you're unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure the defendant left the challenge chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. Good old judgy boy. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve, that's what. Looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. I can't see a crack in her testimony. What should we do? For now, we should try and get more information out of her. After we get more information from her, we may be able to try and use it later to our advantage. Okay, let's just go through all this then. Those two. Who were the two you were referring to who broke the door? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lotta's not a foreigner. It's about how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English. Not to mention, she looked awful. Whoa, that's just mean. I can already see people in the heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that? I requested... Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that's a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another. Another what, madame? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. There was another reason you both wanted us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and the camera woman may be in danger. That's what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fay. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. It's like she's caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fay, please continue. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Mayor's hand and she was in a daze. Yeah, we know this one. During investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head. And this strike caused Mayor to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. Why would you lie about something like that? It's painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. Let's keep going. Well, yes, it was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Mayor had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What? Pray tell, did she? Ah. The witness didn't and couldn't have seen what had happened. If you want to know this unexpected thing, let's carry on. Why is it suddenly feeling like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Yeah, this person's bad. That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Mayor Fay did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the chamber? Yes, yes. Ah, be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. Went to speak with someone. Oh, it's going to be, the Innie Minnie. Yeah, the prosecutor calls Miss Innie Minnie, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. I think you can see where this is headed. Oh, no. Here we go. Witness, name and occupation.
Okay.
So my name is like Innie Minnie. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university? What is parapsychology? Let's see, like, I guess most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. Then I suggest you go home and research yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Innie. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Mayor Fay. Is this correct? Well, I guess. If that's the case, let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honour? Yes, sir. For the love of all things God, Your Honour, have some spine, for my sake. After the murder. Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I hadn't seen her in, like, so long, and I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible. Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? You don't mean the defendant, Mayor Fay? Really now, Your Honour. Mayor Fay was still in the middle of channeling at the time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of the witness's sister? Yes, Minnie Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... witness? Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what the terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Miney, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. If you started to feel tired though, you could just pull over. That could have happened. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Innie? She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said? There, you satisfied, Your Honour? Still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far and to use a medium to get revenge. It's a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. Oh, I'm gonna get you. It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now. Was it all made up? Just one huge lie? Of course it was. What do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find out one loose thread and unwind the tapestry of lies. Your Honour, there is room for doubt, so the defence will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind the murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this more entertaining than the last. After the murder. Like, when the challenge started, I was sleeping. There you went. Was that because of your sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I think there were sesame seeds in, like, the lunch they served that day. I had this, like, premonition that I was totally going to be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. This is what happened while you were sleeping. Like, someone came into the room. Do you know the time? Like, maybe a little before 11, something like that, I think. 11 AM? Yeah, like, my stomach is totally ready for, like, food. Ah, no, I think you misunderstood me. Like, I'm not asking what time is it now. I meant, what time is it when someone came into your room? Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? Stop trying to play stupid. Never mind. Witness, about this person who entered the side room. Are you absolutely sure it was your sister? I guess. You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. I'm still trying to be stupid. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But a bit more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel? You saw your sister. You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react with surprise at seeing a dead loved one again? But like, maybe if I was like someone who didn't know about the occult, but I like know all about the Quran channeling technique. The point here is that the witness immediately recognised that it was her sister. Yeah, what she said. Let it keep going. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No, like, there wasn't any reason for me to think anything was strange. Ow. Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase objection? You can try using that once in a while instead of your whip. The question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister. Is it really important? Is it really important? Let me ask you, is it really important for you to ask? Of course, it's very important. But I don't think it's important at all. Ow. Stop spewing such nonsensical things. Pay no attention to this twit and continue, witness. Like, okay. Sister told us something bad. Something terrible. What is the thing she told you? Like, didn't I just tell you about it? Did you, like, forget already? A foolish fool with a foolish Steve for a brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words. Well, excuse me, princess. Should I just hear the story again? I don't need to hear it again. Did hear the story. It's not like my memory is that bad. Actually, the fence is fine. Does not need to hear the story again. Very well. I can continue. No, there has to be something in here I can use, but where? She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? Can't rush this. Take it slowly, one at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up, but don't get careless. What if I do ask for the story again? Now, if I ask for the story... Like, sure, no problem. Even like, I'll tell you spooky like. Oh, is it just... Yeah, it's the same. Same story. Murdered. I wonder if it'll change and like, she messed it up. So I gotta give her something then. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair. Like, how was that? It was a little scary. Too much spookiness. Alright, back to this. So we're back at the start. Okay, let's save it, because this is... about to get desperate. So I want to mention the clothing box. Ooh, there's also the thing with the ball. I mean, that was quite obvious. That wasn't gonna work. No, I don't want to waste all my lives. went too far. But days wrong. There we go. A little later, someone came into my room really suddenly. It was my sister. I hadn't seen her in so long. About the car accident? No. Oh my god, totally my sister. Right, okay. Foolishly fool. I don't need to hear it again. Maybe this one? You are happy in a sad way. It's my sister. Wouldn't most people react with surprise? Should I drop it? Strange with the whole encounter. The one who used to think anything was strange. Oh, don't you whip me. Don't keep badgering her. Try objection. Is it really important? It's very important. Very important. Though I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. I've got a bluff. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Totally cool with that. The costume looked totally normal. So there was nothing odd about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, nothing was weird. Wait a minute. It looked normal. It was covered in blood, wasn't it? Yeah. That was very well spun lie, Miss Innie. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said? You said there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. What Like, yeah, but don't think that's you were thinking of all. Take a look at the picture. This is the picture of the sister you met. I think that even you would be surprised to see someone appeared you looking like this. The blood spray. Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you're really testifying and not lying, you would have noticed that right off the bat. My hat.
Order!
Miss Minnie, what's the meaning of this? Miss Minnie? I'm thinking, don't interrupt me. What are you stammering about, Your Honour? No lie. The witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to snap. Now hurry with the testimony. If you please. The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot like he's going... Looks like a lot of help he's going to be. After the murder part 2. The side room is like kind of dark, you know. So the costume is like purple, right? The blood totally blended in. Ah, how convenient. And I persuaded my sister it wasn't like right to do something like that. And then I took my sister to the challenge chamber. Oh, really? I see. And yet you've given us a clear reason why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Like, thank Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. I like the way he's annoyed me every single time I, like, do okay. I do pretty darn well. The side room was kind of dark. No, it wasn't. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside the room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. Like, that's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Minnie's? You are such a hopeless cause witness. You may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Like, okay. Can't breathe, let me out of here. So... No, he didn't. You couldn't see the blood. Yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at the time as well. That's, Are you going to tell me next you didn't notice the gun? I totally didn't. All I was looking at was like her face. Continue. They're giving this girl so much leeway. And your sister, Miss Minnie Miney, at the time? Well, she was totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, like, she knew... She, like, said she did something really bad, and she said she wanted to go with me to apologise. Did Miss Minnie really say all that to you? Like, yeah. And then took her to the chamber. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray can make her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says with a whip at the ready. And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the challenge chamber, you know? I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney. Like, sure. Was there anything you found out? Anything you found strange or unusual or just out of place? Something out of place? What do you mean? When you arrived at the crime scene. Talk about when you arrived at the challenge chamber, of course. Nope, nothing strange. What should I do? Think harder. I know you can remember something. I like totally can't. Just give up already, Phoenix, right? I wonder if I put too much faith in Innie's ability to do anything with that brain. It's just no good. I can't find anything wrong. The judge believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statement, you'll end the trial. We have to give it another shot. Doesn't matter how many times we listen, we can't give up. So, back to presenting something. Like, this is the loosest testimony ever. Can I prove that? Don't think I can. It is blurred. I mean, can I just do that again? Like, seriously? No. Took my sister to the challenge chamber. Gun she didn't notice. That she didn't notice. see, there was more options here, wasn't there? Got a lot better. One more thing. Is there anything you found unusual? Where? Oh wait, go in because of the ball and stuff. Because that's like been confirmed, yeah? It's about when you were going to the challenge chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Think harder. Totally can't. It's very important, by the way. Ask because it's very important. I know exactly where it's going. I didn't see anyone on the way to the challenge chamber. Oh, mate. Oh, you have fell into my trap. I finally found the fault, or I guess in your case, the crack in your perfect lie. Take a look at this urn. Urn? There are cracks, do you see them? So, what does that prove? Who cares about some old, worn-out old urn? Like, yeah, I didn't see anyone on the way to the chamber. I didn't, totally say anything about it like an urn, did I? Looks like you still don't understand. I propose that if you had really been walking along the winding way at that time, there was no way you could have not seen... No! That was actually a slip of the finger. No! Let's try this again, eh? Bum, 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 bum. Right, so you went to the chamber. And you would go into the crime scene. Keep pressing. And it's very important because... Oh, didn't mean to press. Oh well. Try to remember. Remember, I didn't see anyone. And then we're gonna present the urn. And there's no way they could have seen. Let's not mess up this time. Could not have seen Pearl. I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Yes, and how is the child relevant? Just so happens at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the centre garden. And she just happened to break the urn. Wait, she broke the urn? Yep, she accidentally knocked it over with her ball. And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I've sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar. That was creepy. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth. About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. Yeah, she's sweating. I was sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she sleeping? There's no way. Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder she was asleep in the side room, and I say that's not possible because there's clearly a contradiction. The answer is in the court record. Planning to throw out another irrelevant piece of evidence? Very well, the court will see the evidence. I don't know what you plan to show in the court, but I guarantee you the answer isn't there. Just this once, I'll lend you a hand. Now rethink your answer. Okay. This feels like a save point. Okay. Add another bluff to the pile. The witness says she was asleep, and I say it's possible it's a contradiction in her testimony, I guess. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement. Unlike Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know. It's true, because at the time both myself and Miss Hart wasn't there. We'd gone to call the police. So, like, what does that have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know the fact? How? I conceived that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. That's weird. But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. That's right, Your Honor, which is why I ask you this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question. Don't ask a question off a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you've put it on the table, you might as well answer the question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Innie Minnie. Now is the time to prove it. Now then, Miss Wright, let's hear the answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? In the channeling chamber. Miss Miney was here, of course. But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime.
Order! Order! Order!
Oh, Miss Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony has established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber. That's correct. Please explain yourself. Simple. Miss Innie Minnie was hiding. I was hiding? Where? Where was I hiding? Here, of course. Behind the screen. To make me say this again, recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way hanging us out behind the screen. See, you stupid jerk. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slimeball. Now, Miss Miney, the woman's so young you shouldn't be saying. Shut it, Gramps. As if you know exactly how old I am. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. I guess you should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of the box. Miss Miney, how are you able to hide yourself at the scene of crime is very simple. You were hiding inside the box. A tiny little box? No person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. A lot to disprove you when she was hiding from me in it. The clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder. That's right, I was sleeping there, so I should know. The clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright, do you think you can prove? Now I present the piece of evidence that will prove it. I mean, my testimony. I was there. It's gotta be in one of these, surely. see it. Can't see it. Oh wait, the box itself has the gunshot. Take a look at the box. You're so stupid, as if there's any sort of evidence in the whole thing. What on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there and surprised. Hurry up and say it. There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen had the hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding beneath the folding screen waiting for your chance. Your chance to kill Dr. Gray.
Order!
Now let me fit it right. What about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Miney? That's exactly what I am saying. Miss Miney, you were hiding inside the clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costumes to masquerade as Mayor Fay. To masquerade as Mayor Fay? She had planned it from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No, stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime screen, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible to do it by herself. Correct, it's not possible. It really is impossible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait, Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? You can't be serious. That poor hat has been absolutely trashed. Miss Miney, you had an accomplice. Yeah, I know what's going on now. I've already worked this bit out. This person. If it wasn't someone from Karam Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fay household, you wouldn't have had the box to use. Morgan Fay. That wonderful lady witness we had in earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? Grrr. You shot Dr. Gray with your own hands. Or own gun. Do you deny it? I mean, if she says no... I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Mayor Fay with a strong sleeping agent. Then she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Mayor's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Dr. Gray was actually not the shooter. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that's why the hole in the folding screen was so low off the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and finished the job. After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. The gunshot was something you wouldn't expect to hear, which is why upon hearing the shots we forced our way into the chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. Pretended to be Mayor Fay. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. Please leave with your creepy eyes. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. We're then going to have to go down to motive? Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma, surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Miss Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is, if this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason? I mean, that's obvious. Yeah, that's right. What exactly? That's what I was going to say. Oh, and another thing. Why would Miss Innie Miney want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I would say. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Well, you do. Motive, that's... Can't say she has no motive here. Think of a motive now. What's the reason for her wanting her dead? Oh, I can press up and down. Skip whole sections. Now I know. Just as I thought, you bore me with your silly answers. It's great. Now she's called me by my full name. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? You suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? See it out, stupid Gramps. I'm like, gonna explain, so like, listen please, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I like wanted revenge, then I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, like the guy that thought the spirit thing was like Dr. Gray. I was a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. Ouch. Pathetic. You failed to support your own theory. The end. Think we have our answer, Phoenix Wright. What Miss Minnie has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated. She has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with the plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. So many faults. You should really learn your place. What happened? I thought I had her for sure. See? Like, it's just as I told you. Hope you like your slice of humble pie. Very well, I now conclude the cross-examination. What's going on? Have I lost? Your Honour, please allow the defence 1 more minute. Alright. Can't lose here. Alright, yeah, we are still going. Mia? Yes, it does sound ridiculously messed up plan for a murder, but, you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Listen, Phoenix, everything happens for a reason. There is a reason why she had to kill Dr. Gray. There's also a reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up. Your final answer. If you want to say that you approve Miss Minnie had a motive, then why did she kill the victim this way? Not totally confident here. Because it is the sister with the constructor's surgery. Yuck. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Phoenix Wright. What, you're supposed to be on my side? Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I'll knock you down, Miss Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I'll throw you out my way. Away. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We'll continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. To be continued. Interesting. Yes, definitely save. Definitely save. Okay, so yeah, that is her sister. Her sister is her sister. And they were worried that the summoning won't work because she's not dead. Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, Mayor. There is no way Innie could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, no one else other than your Aunt Morgan. That's terrible. Why would my aunt? Everything is going just as I predicted. Ah, Von Karma. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened with your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation. Looking down on me, even though we're the same age. Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Oh yeah, my goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, I won't bring your father back. Huh, whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to a conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. Finger point. June the 2nd. Court will now reconvene, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Miss Innie Minnie had a votive? I believe I can. Innie Minnie and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection. That's the car accident 1 year ago. The motive must be there. Miss Miney, please testify to the court about your accident. I thought like you wanted to ask about my motive. And I don't see the point in bringing up the past. Miss Miney, if you please. Okay. That was last year in May. Something really bad had happened at, like, my sister's clinic around then. The night of the accident, my sis was totally tired when she was driving. I was totally pooped too, so I fell asleep in the passenger seat. I woke up because of a jolt, and then there was a sea of flames around me. I opened the door and got away. I think I've heard of this incident. It was a talk of all the tabloid shows day after day last year. These talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Those are merely rumours, totally baseless gossip. Yes, Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug the sister. Which means we'll have to work this from another angle. So it was last year in May. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital? Yeah, that was in May too. Like, the thing with the patients dying was like May the 2nd, and our accident was the 24th. 2 accidents back to back, do you assume it's a coincidence? My sister was like totally tired, so that's why, duh. That was the malpractice accident where 14 patients died, yes? Yeah, what was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was because the medicines got mixed up. And that was the fault of your sister. Like, no way, Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with our murder. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Minnie Miney's fault. Which means so far as the real facts are concerned, Minnie Miney was the one who made the mistake. But it really wasn't my sis. She was totally tired? You mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police and was like being investigated like every day, and it was like a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder then the car accident happened to her. So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? Like, what are you talking about? I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you could have switched with her. True. But I don't have a driver's license. Ooh! This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. She was driving. Couldn't have a driving license. I didn't need to do anything else. Take this. Miss Miney, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a driver's license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney? That's right. Yeah, I had the license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What are you talking about, that perverted fake clinic director? Yes, the perverted fake clinic director. Youch. No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your license? Like, last November? What? November? The accident happened last May. That's half a year lapse in time, Phoenix, right? What the? That's what happened. Time of the accident, Miss Money did not have a license. But they did. I was given it. Brian, my whip will accommodate. Without a license, the witness and a sister could not have switched. Glad you get it, but even if I had my license, I don't think my sis would have let me drive. Yow, don't just stand there to yourself. Oh, you too, Mia. With the whip and the pain. Ow. Miss Miney, why do you think you would not be allowed to drive? That's because... I didn't mean to be mean. Why she won't be allowed to drive? Like, around that time, I was getting really close to getting my license. My sister was a big fan of cars and really valued them. She just got in this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no, I'll let a noob drive my car. And, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat. I see a Wright car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. What about ignoring everything else that she just bumbled through? Like, I had one of those permit things. Permit. Wow, big name Loma doesn't even know what a driver's permit is? Well, the lawyer has never had a permit. Ignorance is to be whipped. What's with her? She said the last few minutes is utter nonsense. Big fan of cars. She valued card. How much you say she valued her car? Well, like, she'd flip out like a drop of rain, and she would notice if someone touched the car door with dirty hands. By taking the car out of the garage. Why does she have such special care? How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car. Like, you wouldn't want to get it dirty, would you? I think that car's getting dirty is just another fact of life. I guess people who love cars think otherwise. Big red sports car. She'd just gotten it. It was from the UK. Oh, not gonna last. And it was a really special model. She'd waited for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love of car would be the next obvious topic. I don't know about cars, but I'm feeling it bound to come up. Your Honour, please have the witness amend what she just said to your testimony. About it being an import car? Well, if you like cars that much then. Not my point, though to be honest I don't know what the point is either. New car was a special model from England. Ask for the heck of it about cars. Let's start with why a British car's good. They're expensive and the driver's seat is the opposite of ours. It would seem. Just admit you're in Japan. The whole steering wheel on the right hand side thing is kind of goofy, innit? Don't you diss my driving. You, what do you know? Sleek shape, the pearl in the engine. Yeah, it's definitely her. Forgive me, her personality really changes at Dropout. Yeah, it's definitely her sister who got reconstructed. Why was your sister good at driving? She was totally awesome. She was going to be like the racing queen of the nursing world. That's why you entered in the seat. That's when the accident occurred, correct? Yeah, I immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled in a daze. That's like you had a terrifying time. Something very big here. It's going to be hard to... I've got it. She let her sister drive her sports car. Her sister crashed it, died, and she got like redone as that because the doctor, her like whole career and stuff was ruined. It's gotta be it. Gotta be it. Leave. There is a path to the truth. Right. We're gonna do a cheeky little save. Close to getting the license. Big fan of cars. Do I have anything? And I've been through it all as well. I think I can do is that. I'm gonna try it. No, done. Bummed it. Big fan of cars. So that's just newspaper clipping about it. About the accident. Two women smashed into a thing. One of the women started to escape. On investigation, fallen asleep at the wheel. Interview. I was like totally tired and I dropped off to sleep. Then there was this crash and I woke up with huge flames and I was still half asleep. I opened the right door. And I got out. Wait, that's why they made such a big thing about left and right. If it's an English door, it's not the par door. Oh, get wrecked. Miss Miney, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You said this in it. But I opened the right door and got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honour, which side is the passenger seat? Left or right? Well, it's on the right side because the driver's on the left side. That would be in an American car. It would be opposite in a British car. How does this work in the Japanese version? They'll have to flip all that. Two of them are riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger would be on the left-hand side. Correct. What do you mean by this? Miss Miney, you said you had escaped using the right side of the car door. If you were still sitting there, that means you're in the driver's seat. Ah.
Order! 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 Order!
It's a lot of orders. Miss Phoenix Wright is babbling nonsense again. And he said the person who was driving was our older sister. That's what he said, yes, but that's where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of the murder. If it's connect all dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court, Innie or Minnie, who might be driving that night? And the answer is Innie Minnie, of course. Ah. She thought that if her sister's spirit came, it would tell her that her sister killed her. Missini just said so herself. She said she escaped the car from the right-hand side door, which would have been where the driver's seat was. I'm inclined to feel sorry for a foolish fool who foolishly spends his time foolishly. At that time, Missini Mini had not yet received her driver's license. And that's why the accident happened. Hold it, Phoenix. Looks like you still don't see the real truth. Think outside the box. Yeah. Oh no, right. It was Mimi who got the thing. Yeah. I'm going back to my original answer then. After all, that makes us sound like the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness and Mini was the one in the driver's seat. Which leads us to the next question. Who is the person standing in the witness stand right now? What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix, right? The witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. The witness's real name is... Attorney's Badge. Oh. There we go. Mimi Miney, that is your real name. Of all the foolish dribble. Then, how do you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction? This picture she gave her to her doctors at the time. That's right, it's a picture of her younger sister. No. But Mimi Miney, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, it was not the case. Then the body they found in the crash site, that was the body of the real Innie Minnie. Isn't that right, Miss Minnie Miney? The phrasing on this is horrible. Innie Minnie Miney. Innie Minnie Miney Mo. That car accident was 1 year ago. I mean, to be honest, her wounds have healed bloody well in a year. Her sister Mimi then stole her face and was reborn as Innie. With this, she effectively erased Minnie Miney from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can see why Minnie had to kill Dr. Gray. What is the meaning of the nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of the nurse that died in the crash, Minnie Miney. However, it would have not been possible, because Minnie Mile was still in fact alive. And the fact would have been discovered had the channeling have been conducted. So the witness had to stop it from happening. At all costs. And that's why she had killed Dr. Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes, before the channeling. Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting with his witness about communicating with the dead. And from that moment, his fate was sealed. Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right, I admit it. My real name is Minnie Miney. The quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister? I think I understand why. Mimi Miney wanted herself to disappear because of this? That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. The nurse by the name of Minnie Miney. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Miney had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in the incident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all, the only way. She lost everything in the flames of that car accident, her sister. And even her own face. This was her last chance. A chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of the channel in Mumbo Jumbo. Mumbo Jumbo? Becoming Innie has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channel, and I hate it. I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as why did Miss Minnie choose to go such a complicated plan? Why did Miss Morgan Faix agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear: the innocence of the defendant, Mayor Fay. This is preposterous! I am perfect. Me, Francisca von Karma. We're going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? You defeat those. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. So much pain. Ow, so much pain. Oh my. Phoenix, hang in there, Phoenix. Court is a fraud, a sham. Now then, looks like it'll be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So I'll go ahead and pronounce the verdict. That is all. The court is adjourned. Oh, I don't have to prove everything else. That's good. Congratulations, Mayor. Sis. It's good to see you, Mayor. How you doing? Sis. I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis. In my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. Familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? The box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. There's still one thing I don't quite get. What happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Minnie had planned to open the door to the chamber herself, and then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Mayor Fay who had just committed a murder. She had planned it down to the smallest detail, huh? Congrats, Mayor.
Thanks.
Looks like you bailed me out another jam. Well, you know. I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. Either, can I just have a normal case? Is that allowed? I'm fine because you have to help me out, Nick, but every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, now my aunt. Hey Nick, tell me, why my aunt wanted to do something so horrible? Why would she help with a plan like this? I just don't understand it. Why don't we just let it be? Please, I need an answer. I mean, I know why, but how am I gonna say it? That. Oh, Pearl. Pearl. It's gonna be Pearl. Early? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into Crown Village. And that person will be you. But if you weren't there, then the family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then? The Branch family, my arm. No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's. Everything was done for her sake. It was done so Pearls would become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Did Maya say something just now? I think she was saying, I thought so. Awkward. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement cell 13. My precious Pearl. You were the only one sustainable to be the master of the Crane, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped the brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. Use all to unseat the annoying, witless main family girl. That Mayor Faye. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. A time will come. Oh. That's not good. That's not good at all. Brand new episode. Which we'll do next week. That one. Awesome. Done that. We'll so yeah, we'll carry on that next week. Oh, no, it always does this. I don't want to watch it. I can't stop it. Wait a sec. I haven't put my microphone in that one, have I? That's a really good. I'm not seeing. There we go. There we go. We're there. We're there. Yeah, we are. You can't hear it, but I can hear some weird music going on. We'll get to that next week. Yeah, so as always, it's been quite a couple of days, but I appreciate everyone who stopped by it anyway. If you're watching this after the fact, once again, I appreciate it. I definitely want to try and stream some other stuff, some bits that'll get a bit of hype about. So yeah, please just let me know. Let me know what you'd like to see me do. If you want me to put a pin in Phoenix Wright for now, I could always start Dokkan, which I'm tempted to do anyway. I've tried different games. Yeah, I really want to start. You know, I've got my YouTube up and stuff, so I want to really start trying to push and do what I can. And the only people who can help is you guys to let me know what you think is worth playing. So yeah, as always, lots of love, and I'll be back tomorrow with Outer Wilds, so make sure you tune in for that. And yeah, if there is anything, please let me know. I'm really enjoying doing the streaming stuff, so it would just be nice to do things that people want to see. And if the Phoenix Wright thing's gone on a bit too long, I will happily put a pin in it. I'll mix it up rather than caning one game at a time. Maybe check it off. I'm thinking of doing that before the third one anyway. Maybe do an episode of Dokkan. And yeah, just any ideas really. Cool. So as always, lots of love, and I'll catch you soon. Bye bye.